Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2021 general readings. We are looking at the first 2 weeks of June from the 1st through the 15th. This reading is for the earth sign of Virgo. Welcome everyone. Hope you're all doing well wherever you're at. Thanks for watching this video, for tuning into any of the videos on my YouTube channel. Your likes, your shares, hitting that subscribe button, your donations, feedback, comments, reaching out for personal readings. All of it is greatly welcome and appreciated. Thank you, and many blessings back to you. So this reading is for the earth sign of Virgo for the first 2 weeks of June 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Virgo. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Virgo. It's a general reading, of course, so it's going to resonate a little differently. I advise watching all of your signs for the additional insight that it can provide. And if you do find that any of the readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something or get information about that for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can click on the description link below, click on the little arrow. You'll see some contact details, my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you, and I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I do readings full-time, so I'm pretty diligent about scheduling personal readings in as timely a fashion as possible. So if you're interested, send me an email. I'd be happy to work with you. Okay, Virgo, let's take a look at what the first 2 weeks of June have in store for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with let's see, Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Okay, Virgo. We begin with the Six of Cups, followed by the Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups, followed by the Page of Wands, the Seven of Swords, followed by the Five of Wands, and from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Eight of Wands. I'll pull one more, and the Ace of Wands. Someone's moving pretty quickly towards something that they feel quite positive about, that they've put in some of the footwork into, and they're starting to see things paying off and being very idealistic about how something's going to work out. But it feels like some of you, Virgo, maybe doing it in secret or not talking about it very much, which may cause some conflict, or you're doing it because you want to avoid conflict. The reason I say that is because I'm looking here at the Seven of Swords, which is a card of it can be a card of being sneaky or kind of a thieving energy. But it's a card that represents doing something undercover or under concealment because you feel that that's the best way to achieve whatever the goal is here, right? And the card accompanying it is the Five of Wands, which is a card of conflict, petty drama, internal conflict, external conflict. And this is with the Seven of Swords. So either you're not talking to someone or someone's about your plans and what you're doing, and it gets found out and that causes conflict, why didn't you tell us, and why are you doing this undercover, kind of thing. Or you're doing it this way to try and avoid that conflict and drama. Whether or not whatever you're doing is a good idea is going to vary in a general reading, but we'll pull some advice to see. But it does look like you're charging forward towards some kind of new beginning, whether that's work, career, project, or relationship, because that's your overall theme. Your overall theme is the Eight of Wands. Travel, communication, messages going back and forth. It's very action-oriented and movement-oriented. With the Ace of Wands, which is brand new beginnings, this is all fire energy. Passion, desire, excitement, enthusiasm. It's like you've got this new beginning and you're just charging right towards it. It may be a person, place, or situation which you have some kind of historical connection to, or returning to, or something of that sort, because we have the Six of Cups here, which is a card that's usually associated with the past, history, nostalgia, reminiscence, childhood, people, places, or situations, either from your childhood, although it doesn't have to go back that far, but there's some kind of historical connection. Old friends, old lovers, old jobs, family, childhood, roots of origin. It speaks of historical connections. Again, whether they go all the way back to childhood or not, it's history, right? With the Three of Wands, which is a card that represents feeling very optimistic and positive about the future, because we're still early on in the path in the Three of Wands. It's only a three. The three actually represents some of the work that you've already done, laying the groundwork for something. You're seeing some of your small goals being met on the way to achieving a larger goal, and seeing some of your efforts begin to pay off makes you feel more positive and optimistic about the future, and bigger and better and more beautiful, and achieving more of those goals towards whatever it is you're trying to do here. But it's something you have some kind of historical attachment to, whether it's it might be a person that you're reattaching to, or it might be like someone from the past, or something from the past as well. Or if it's work and career, it might be something that you always wanted to do but just didn't for whatever reason. And you're really like being very idealistic about it, because we have the Seven of Cups here, which is a card of daydreaming and looking at multiple options and looking at the best and most beautiful way this could play out. It is a dreamy, illusionary. It's not a very practical card, which doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. It's water energy, so it's all emotional and kind of building, fantasizing and daydreaming and building castles in the sky and thinking of all the beautiful, perfect options and the way it could work out. With the Page of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sag, somebody who's just starting off also on a brand new journey, enthusiastic, spontaneous, impulsive. I mean, yeah, you're just like, you've got something in your teeth that has like that connection from the past. It looks like you've done a few things around it, and that's like looking quite good. So you're feeling much better about how it's going to continue to play out, and you're just like charging forward. And in charging forward, it might mean actual travel here too, because we do have that Eight of Wands with the Ace of Wands. But the Eight of Wands with the Ace of Wands represents the overall theme of this, which, Virgo, just means that you're really, whatever it is that you're centered towards, that you have some kind of historical attachment, whether it's a person, place, situation, thing, you're really excited about it, and you're moving quite quickly towards it. But you're wanting to avoid some conflict, or it feels like you might be... And this movement too, it might be actually, for some of you, it might be getting away from something that you have a historical attachment with. You might be making plans to get away from something that a person, place, or situation. For some of you, it might be kind of the opposite. Let's clarify that Eight of Wands and Ace of Wands. You're either charging towards the thing you have a historical connection with, or away from the thing you have a historical connection with. It's a general reading, so it's going to be that for some of you and the other for some of you. The Nine of Wands. The dark night of the soul, pushing through, feeling discouraged. The Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. Yeah, this is the opposite of the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So you're breaking free of something which you feel has kept you maybe enslaved, chained up, obligated, that you couldn't escape from, and were feeling very discouraged that you were never going to be able to break free from it. That's the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Gosh, every time I try, this always happens, and I just can't get out of this fill in the blank, this thing, this person, place, situation. I just can't. Well, you're breaking free from all of that. which in a way is somewhat similar to the Taurus sign, one of your sister signs. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. The Page of Swords, learning, gaining information, knowledge, doing some research. The Eight of Cups, leaving, walking away. Yeah, you're part of what you're planning here. Is how to I mean, with the Six of Cups, which is the historical connection, you're again, you could be on one side of the story or the other, but maybe for many of you, you're actually breaking free from some historical cycle of yours, and you're in the process of doing it, because pages are learning and they're trying to figure out what to do with the information they're acquiring, and you're acquiring information or doing research on how to leave, how to get out of something. Clarify the Three of Wands. These out of 3 or an 8. That's the Three of Coins. So you may be doing this in conjunction with someone else or a small group of people, because the Three of Coins is teamwork and collaboration, people who all agree that they have one common cause or common goal, and no matter how different of people they are, they're coming together to kind of put their heads together and figure out how to achieve this thing. So it's a team of partners or somebody who's working with you on this, helping you, and the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is clarified by the Three of Wands and the Three of Coins. Yeah, I think you're getting help in this. But again, it feels like there's a certain aspect of it that's sort of hush-hush, because it may cause some conflict here. And that could be anything from leaving a negative relationship to leaving a dissatisfying, exploitative job, to leaving one thing that you've been in contact with or in with for quite some time for something new, and having help in doing that. Let's clarify the conflict card. Let's clarify this Five of Wands. It looks more aggressive in this deck than it does in other ones. What is this conflict about? The Five of Cups. Loss or grief over what's been gone, missed opportunities, and the Devil, negative cycles. Yeah. The Devil is an interesting card to have with the Six of Cups, because the Devil itself implies, it's toxic cycles. It's the card that comes up for addictions, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, working, whatever. Negative relationships that you have difficulty breaking free from, because even though it's obsessive energy that becomes unhealthy, there's also something tempting and alluring about the Devil, which is why it's so difficult to break out of it. It's cyclical energy, which means that this has been going on for quite some time, and you're like breaking free from this. You're breaking free. You're in the process of breaking free. You're making plans. And it looks like for many of you that you have help as well. So whatever it is that you're trying to get away from, you have help in doing that. But whatever whatever you're doing, like the plans are, you're keeping them pretty much to yourself, or between you and the other person or people who are helping you figure out how to transition out of this. And because the Devil card has shown up in here, this is, it's, the Devil card is always a good cycle to break out of. I mean, the devil energy is addictive. You know, its fundamental energy is enslavement, entrapment, enslavement. You know, being tempted with the thing that you want or the thing that you think you need, but then it becomes obsessively and unhealthy. There's too much of it. There's too much. You know, it's obsessive energy. But again, there's that temptation. So, all right. Any guidance or advice for Virgo? Here. The Seven of Swords again. So we have the Seven of Swords twice as well. This is doing things in secret or doing things undercover. And here it looks like Spirit is supporting you, not revealing it until it's you know, until you absolutely have to, because that's the best way probably to avoid a lot of unnecessary drama and conflict. The Chariot, even if that's really difficult, because, and the Chariot says go for it. The Chariot is about winning simply because you refuse to give up. Even if you get run over 9 times, it's about getting up that 10th time and staggering on, and that's why you win, because you simply refuse to give up. You simply refuse. Ace of Coins, brand new beginnings. Yeah, you're headed towards a new beginning. Maybe for some of you, a practical new beginning. It could be with the Ace of Coins, moving, relocating, a new job, just moving out, or some combination of all of those. It looks like it's difficult. It looks like this is not an easy path to do. And maybe the planning of it and the enacting of it and trying to work with somebody and trying to all keep it undercover may be very difficult. But Spirit obviously supports not only what you're doing, but the way that you're doing it. So, yeah. So Virgo, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of June 2021. I hope that it's been helpful and useful to you. And if any of this resonates with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you and to hear from you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the June mid-month general readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Be blessed. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.